Hi Dee. Hi everybody. This is my lawn. It is super windy today, and it's been misting and downpouring and snowing on and off all day long. This might be a very short video, maybe not, but I'm just walking down here towards the nursery. But I thought I would turn it on a little early and show my hedgerow as I go. Maybe if I walk slower, it'll be a longer video. Dee just got done with her live, and she commented that she's alive and safe. Thanked the people that told her to get back in her car before anything happened. Something definitely did some bumping and crashing into her car right there at the end. Made her drop her keys and get all scared. See that hole right there? You know how many times I've walked into that thing like I just walked off the end of a pier? Anyway, she was very happy that people told her to get back into her car when they did. Right out there. Out there. I just saw something light colored or white on the ground. I was just about to tell you that the wind is making the wind chime go. And I saw something move out here, but it was small and right on the ground, so it's probably a rabbit. But you can tell it's a little windy. There's the my Sasquatch thing that I touch every time, that I'm supposed to touch every time. They messed with me the one time I didn't. Kyle, I'm coming in! But anyway, it's now it's like 10:30 here in New York, and I was just not playing D this time. I was pretty sure that it was going to be very short. It's just going to be one walk around the nursery. Those of you that have watched the other videos, this big stick here is brand new, but I can't tell. It's been very windy today. It could have literally broken off from up in this tree somewhere and leaned there. But you can tell that one right there was leaned there before, and the ones down by the base, those two were leaned there before, but this bigger one is new. Here I am walking at my normal pace again. I'll try to walk nice and slow. It usually takes me about 15 minutes or so to walk around this path that I have. Last video I tried to hold the phone and light in my right hand and my flashlight in my left hand. And that seemed to work out, except for it doesn't work good with my brain to try to hold the focus of the phone to where the light goes. I just sent Dee some things where it'll hook the flashlight onto the tripod, or one of the rigs that I sent her. basically made for bicycles. You'll be using it upside down. It's made for hooking GoPros to bicycles, but the handles of her flashlights right here should be the right size around for it to grab onto those. And hook onto her tripod at the same time. Now, she had a great big shop light tonight, and people were asking, oh, how come the light's banging off the tripod and all that stuff? It's because that light is not made to hook to a tripod. There's no way to attach it, so she was just holding both of them in her hand. She might just hook some of her stronger flashlights to the tripod with her phone. It'll make it much lighter for her than the square lights, because I'm doing this with this light, but if I do this and crank it all the way out like this, you can barely tell the difference. But if I shut off the big light and get this close to the phone like this, you really can't tell the difference that I'm using a flashlight now instead of this big shop light. Except I don't have the flashlight. There, now I have the flashlight on max. My flashlight's 2600 lumens and the shop light is only 2000 lumens, so my flashlight's actually doing a much sharper, better job than that is. And if I needed to, I could reach up like and twist it and zoom it in like this. But in either case, wherever I point that flashlight, no matter how fast, the phone will always be right there, pointed right at it. The problem is, if you use it that way, you are absolutely going to make people dizzy. I have a handle I bought at Walmart. The thing that my shop light and my phone are hooked to that handle. Last video I had the phone hooked on top of the shop light, on top of the handle, so I could move the handle and turn the handle into a tripod. But it allowed the phone to shake around when I walked because there was just too much movement. And every time I took a step, it would rattle, vibrate. You can't even do it with my hand, but it would vibrate when I walked. So the way I have it hooked now, my hand is actually in front of my phone, so I almost can't really see what the phone, anything that's going on the phone. Only the right hand third of it can I tell that I'm not looking at the ground, but I can't look at the phone for confirmation, not conversation, but that would be conversation if I was going live and attempting to read anything. That might even actually take a second phone. I think she has a second phone to do that with. So you may be able to see some of the small snowflakes, very small snowflakes falling right now. The wind has died down considerably. But I thought when I let the dogs out, that when it wasn't raining outside, I'm like, I'm just going to take a real quick walk around the nursery path, which is right behind my house, and not do a full investigation, just a nice slow walk through here. been pouring down rain and windy all day, so the deer would go on the other side of the swamp over here in this direction and lay down over there because it's very thick with cedars and hemlock and a lot of blowdowns over there, so they would be completely hidden from any wind, and lack of wind keeps the air temperature a little bit warmer. Because the ground warms the air up, and if there's no wind to blow that away, then obviously it's warmer for them. Dee said tonight that she thinks that they not necessarily hibernate, but they go somewhere or slow down and don't react so much for a couple months. Lately, I don't think I've had any of the tall men, any Kyles, at all interacting with me. I think it has been all dog men. When she said, everybody just go out and take pictures at the edge of the woods or even in your back lawn, just take a whole bunch of pictures because everything's starting to come out more in the world now. So I came around this path and I took probably 200 pictures. And out of 200 pictures, I think I caught probably 6 or maybe 8 things, and one definitely looked like a great big dog man, or more, because it had more of a wolf head and face on it. It could have been something like a werewolf, but it looked like it was wearing a scarf. And I was not using a flash, I was using my night vision on my phone, which does very good just at twilight, and that's when I went out. Just before dark, and I ran around the path here, and I took a whole bunch of photos in every different direction. And I did, just like she thought would happen, I did actually come up with a whole bunch of stuff. Damn them little tacks on the trees. They startle you when they blink when you're walking because they're trying to figure out what that sound is. I know it's windy, but it sounds like I'm hearing whispering. Kyle! Nope, it's not whispering. It's actually my beard as I turn my head, rubbing on my collar right next to my ear, and that's what I heard. Debunked. But you can see now that in here in the woods in the hemlock and next to the swamp, there's very little wind. I can hear the wind in the background and up in the tops of the trees, but in here there's almost nothing. So screw you, you frickin' tack. Damn it. I'm on edge. Something messing with Dee right when she got back to the car has got me on edge a little bit, I guess. And thank you for Dee. I know none of the people that warned Dee are going to watch my videos, but thank you to them for telling her to get back to the car. I kind of had the same feeling when the video kept starting to waver and cut out for no reason. That there was probably something powerful nearby. Somebody came out here and put more of those stupid tacks. There's one on a little small tree right there. Maybe you see it better without my flashlight on it. Something also cleared a big spot right there of leaves. I'm going to call that human activity. There's cough drop wrappers in there on the ground right there, so I'm going to debunk that as being anything other than a person trying to fake a deer scrape, even though they're too stupid to realize that deer only scrape the ground underneath a hanging branch. They don't do that in the middle of an open thing here. Or maybe the guy just set up his little tent there that you get inside of, his little blind. Okay, watch your ears. If I don't call out, I won't feel like I did anything. So I'm going to yell a little bit. Kyle! Sorry, I was pointing at the ground. Coyotes don't like wind. They can't smell. They can't track anything in the wind. And there's a lot of noise, and they're very skittish. So they tend to just roam around the edges of open fields when it's windy. And they go by sight. Oh, I just saw a mouse. I don't know if I was pointing this right at that little mouse that went around the base of that tree right there. Whoop whoop! Kyle! More trash. Somebody had snacks or something in a Ziploc bag. Drop that. And I've said it before in my videos, and I'll say it again if I find trash. If you point your flashlight, if you're doing this at night, and you point your flashlight or somehow point out the fact that people have put trash on the ground and then you walk by it, don't expect them to respect you for that. They're watching your ass. If you find something like that, pick it up, put it in your pocket, and you will have possibly made a friend for life. But if you just step over it after you notice it, or you just kick it a little bit and walk over it, then you're just as bad as the person who I'm hearing footsteps in the swamp. Kyle! You're just as bad as the person who threw it on the ground if you don't pick that up. I noticed that in my videos, that when something distracts me when I'm talking, I never get back to the point. I'll try to fix that a little. And I am not the camera person that D is. I'm sorry. I never will be. And I think mostly it's because camera is just an add-on. I'm out here for my benefit, and I want to see one. I'm not out here to film one. I don't know if you can see all the, yeah, it's snowing pretty good right at the moment. Kyle, are you out here? I heard you. But you can tell out now that I'm out by the swamp, it's pretty windy out in here. But those were definite crunch, crunch, crunch footsteps I heard. Something walking through and heavy enough to crack sticks. Now I'm off the path over by the swamp like a dumbass. Sorry, Kyle, I'm going back to the path right now. Don't like to get off the path. See nobody up in the trees. All right. And I'm sorry I'm not playing D and doing what my... Oh, it just started to rain. Hear the rain? See D? Even God's pissed off that I didn't bring the everything out here to do this with. But I'm about to find out if my Moto Z4 can handle a little bit of water. That should pass pretty quick or turn to snow, one or the other. It's still snowing, but it's raining at the same time. Kyle! Whoop! Whoopity whoop whoop! Oh, my hand's getting tired. Ow! I have a glove on that hand, and I'm not gripping it where I normally do because the mittens I have on is made of cloth and doesn't have any gripping. Yep, here comes the actual rain. You can see the rain and the snow mixed together right now, and this is, let's see, I still see my apples and stuff out there. They did not take those in. They've been out there for a couple of weeks now. The apples are probably going to start going bad. It's been below freezing a couple of the nights, so apples are probably bad on the inside. And you start walking faster, and I just heard a thump like something jumped out of a tree up ahead of me here. But it could have been a branch falling. Oh boy. Singing in the rain. And now I can't hear, and I don't like it. Nothing's ever really attacked me so far, but absolutely no way it can come running from 50 yards away, and I am not going to hear it coming now. Kyle! You have to make a pretty loud noise for me to hear it. Whoop! It's been doing this all day, on and off. But I thought maybe I would have a half an hour reprieve to go whip around the nursery real quick. But I did not. It's not enough to soak through my good shirt, but my coat. But my phone is exposed, and so is this shop light, and the shop light did not say that it was actually waterproof. It's water resistant. Mr. Kyle! Or Mrs. Kyle. Whoop whoop. I don't feel anything in here at all with me. Even though I did hear sticks breaking and some rustling and a thump. Whatever, if there is actually something in here, it's keeping itself very masked. I can't smell anything because my nose is all runny. I can't see anything. I can see up into the tree, huh? The big oak tree that I'm next to now. In the summertime, you can't see very far into it because of all the leaves. And every time I say that I didn't feel anything, I didn't see anything, when I look at the video back, I catch blob squatches and things moving and eyes. Yeah, somebody put a whole bunch more tacks out here. Choking on my own spit going down my throat. Phlegm. But not very good weather to come out here. And not really sure that, if Sasquatch lives outside, then this is nothing for them. Just like a deer, they would just find a place out of the wind to keep a little bit warmer and out of the direct rain to keep them from getting wet, which will keep them warmer. Dee's having a hard time with her tripods and lights and stuff, like I was saying before. Hi again. My attempt at putting the phone down next to my hand was a bad move because my glove was wet and it touched the off button, so it stopped the video right there. I didn't find anything else from there. Just walked around the corner and out into the lawn and looked back like I always do for eyes, and I didn't see anything. Just in case, this is just my my fireplace, and that's George. That's the biggest deer I've gotten. So this is me sitting in my chair editing my video and realizing that it did not go all the way to the end, and I won't be able to put my phone down there next to my hand because that was a stupid move. So don't do that, D. Don't put your phone next to where you're going to touch it. All right. Bye-bye for now.